Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 987.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about amazing silver and what's going on, that the price skyrocketed. Well, it really wasn't a surprise to us. If you listened to my forecast for 2022, you heard that silver is expected to take off. And I did talk about silver having a spectacular year this year. So what exactly caused this move of about 9.5% in the silver mining shares and a nice move up in the silver spot price? Well, there was an anonymous buyer of about $460 million worth of silver, and they bought contracts in the COMEX market where the silver futures are sold. It's speculated that it might have been someone like Elon Musk, who needs silver for production of Tesla, but also Apple needs silver for production of iPhones and computers. It's also in solar panels and other technology. But some big buyer was in there in a massive way, and that set silver's price on fire, which led to the silver mining stocks also being on fire. So our SILJ junior silver mining stocks had a spectacular day. And as I'm recording this, they're following through and up even more. The other thing that's being talked about a lot is that Bank of America has an 800 million ounce short of silver. 800 million ounces of silver is about 1 year's full supply of silver. Being short silver means they're borrowing paper contracts, selling them, and hoping that the price goes lower. That drives down the price of silver and keeps the price suppressed. One of the reasons for that is because silver would compete with the US dollar if it were allowed to find its true value. You see, if you had a choice between investing in silver or owning dollars, you might choose to own silver if the price was allowed to rise. And if it rose on a consistent basis, well, it would be a no-brainer that it would be smarter to keep your money in silver, which would be keeping up with inflation and which would be gaining value, rather than having your money in paper dollars, which are backed by nothing and are losing value, and especially losing value against goods and services that are going up due to inflation. So the major banks have this huge short on silver, and they suppress its price to keep any competition happening with its paper fiat money that it supports. Gold and silver are competition for fiat money, as is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies as well compete with paper dollars, which was the first reason why people got interested in Bitcoin, was because Bitcoin had 21 million total supply that would never be increased, and in fact was reducing the supply of Bitcoin over time. And that helped to increase its value and maintain it. But you all know I'm not a fan of Bitcoin, mainly because we don't know exactly who started it. And to me, that eliminates any investment if you don't know who's behind it. So silver is looking very strong. One of the things that's a good buy still is physical silver coins. And if you don't already own some physical silver coins, consider getting some in your possession. This is the kind of thing you don't want someone else to store for you, because too many people have thought someone was storing their silver or gold for them only to find that they weren't, or that somehow got confiscated by someone. So you want to have it in your own possession to make sure you own it, you control it, never keep it in a safety deposit box in a bank. That also can get confiscated, so you want to keep it in your own possession. Our junior silver mining contracts are very volatile, but they look like a good buy here. The one thing I always recommend we do not own is the SLV contract. That's because that's simply a paper contract, and should anything happen in the paper markets, you're not guaranteed that you own your silver behind SLV, unless you have about $10 million worth invested in it, as I understand. So avoid SLV. You can look at things like PSLV, P for physical silver, under the Sprott organization, but there are some high fees there. So the lowest fee way and best way to know that you have silver is to buy the coins and hold them in your possession. The mining shares get leverage because as the price of silver goes up, that means every ounce of silver they have in the ground in the mines becomes worth more. And we're about at the price that it costs to extract an ounce of silver. So it's almost a break-even proposition right here. And as the price of silver rises, that's going to make the silver in the ground even more valuable and means that the earnings of the mining companies when they sell silver, well, they'll be more profitable. So all of that can become more profit and go to the bottom line, which is the leverage effect that mining companies have. So we like the gold and silver miners, we still like GDX, we like GDXJ, and we like SILJ, and we still love physical silver. This is going to be a very interesting year, but I think we're finally coming into the cycle where silver's true value is going to be revealed, and it's going to be spectacular. Please do your own research and use this as a starting point, not as investment advice. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.